Anyway, well, I give a couple of examples just tell you that this type of approach is not natural to an investor. It's not natural to you. However, if for whatever reason you come to the conclusion that you yourself, your personality somehow fit in this mutated gene pool, that this is something that you might really be looking to do, the only thing that I can add to that is that there's a lot of money in it, as has been repeatedly proved by people from Ben Graham to Buffett and everybody else. And I have been probably just most grateful to this class, to Bruce, and actually many years before I came to business school, I took that class and it really changed me fundamentally. But one thing you do have to do is you got to do it. I mean, that's why I was somewhat disappointed of what, the amount of work I put into places. I tell you, I made hundreds of thousands of dollars just taking this class, just listening to the 14, 15 people. But I did a lot of work. I'm telling you, you can make a lot of money if you're really into this. Not only just listen, but do it. I mean, don't you guys, how much you spend, coming to school here? How much you spend? What is the tuitions, board, and all of that stuff? What is it now? What?
70.
70 altogether? Well, you need at least to make that up. I mean, you should at least make $70,000 back, right? And you also have 2 years, you're not making anything. You got to make that up. How do you make that up? This is a terrific way to do it. And so that's sort of kind of my last point I want to make is the only reason I've come back and really, so I don't really talk about our holdings anymore. And this is actually, we don't hold any of those two stocks anymore. The only way I do that is because when I came here prior to business school and doing the business school, most people still talk about names. And I benefited hugely, just by listening and actually do it. That's the difference. And then back then, that was more than, 10, 15 years ago. I made, roughly hundreds of thousands. In one stock is more than 100,000. Back then, I think our cost was also a little bit lower than the 70, I think. I mean, I can't remember what it was, but it was lower. But that's who you're into this class for. This class is different from any other classes because there's no bullshit theory. All everybody's telling you is what works, And if they don't tell you that one, well, ask them. They should. Well, maybe they should, but I did. Okay, so that's you guys have a terrific opportunity. You'll be able to bid all the points that got into Bruce's class, and if you don't really use this thing, shame on you. You got to do it. I mean, those are things really. There's so much gold in it. That little pages, those little books, those value lines, all of them. You got to use it. You got to do it. I mean, you're young, you have energy, What to lose? There's nothing to lose.